Hello everyone. Welcome to this short video introduction of Telco Republic AG. We were founded 3 years ago because we saw the need for a new established analyst firm that focuses entirely on innovation and disruption in the telco market. We are a team of very senior executives, very experienced telco experts coming from other large analyst firms as well as other established large companies, global companies such as Oracle, IBM. And we founded this company because we see the need simply to go a level deeper in our analysis. So our business model is very similar to that of the likes of Gartner. However, we go one level deeper. We keep interactions with all the market actors, so including service providers, vendors, startups, investors, standards organizations. And again, our approach is much more personalized, we are more agile, we are more flexible, we are easier to work with. So we are mirroring the changes in the telco industry, and we deliver basically the same innovation that is really required, seeing all these changes. And as a matter of fact, our clients today are among the largest and most successful tech providers in the world. Our differentiator is also that because we have worked for these large analyst firms before, we have a very strong C-level network around the globe. And that is really our benefit. So our advisory services, our research speak to C-level constituents, to the CIO, CMO, heads of lines of business. It's a very targeted advisory and research services, and that makes us quite unique. So we offer the same services just with a much better price-performance ratio and much more agile, better time to market. So the major change we see in the telco market is the operating paradigm shift from telco to techco. That means telcos will have a completely new DNA that will really change the way they create, design, deliver services. There will be massive investments in new technologies such as 5G, cloud, IoT, AI, Gen AI, and the nature of services will become more data-driven, more in real time. So telcos simply have to adjust their operations, their processes. It will be more closed-loop operations, DevOps, CI, CT, CD. We will see ecosystems. All these infrastructure investments have to embrace external partners as well. And it's a critical success factor to pick the right partners for your success story. And we have the research, qualitative and quantitative, market share forecasts. We also do benchmarking of the major suppliers in the market. And we also have technology radar screens where we look at emerging technologies, we look at the players in blockchain, in quantum computing, in Web 3.0, and what is really the impact on the telco operations and business side. That is the question. Okay, so based on the research we talked about previously, we are very much focusing on emerging and disruptive vendors in the telecom space. And we have basically resegmented the marketplace into different segments, really looking at the network, looking at resource service orchestration, looking at cross-domain capabilities, but also monetization, customer interaction. These are all very important areas. There are a lot of new innovative players out there that we work with, such as Cloudwell, Symphonica, and Mantra, many more. Our next topic is the shift from on-premise to telco cloud. Telco cloud is one of the most profound changes in the telecommunications industry. It's a game changer, basically. through 2030, we predict a growth in public cloud of 50%, private cloud nearly 70%. And that means for telco operators that they can outsource their capabilities. They can host capabilities on their partner, on their vendor premise side. They can provide as-a-service business models. This has a profound impact on the telco operations, also on the financial side. It's the shift from CapEx to OpEx. So just to emphasize, we are working with some of the largest players in the industry. Recently we did a project for Nokia where we provided research on analytics as a service. We were looking at low-code, no-code technologies, which really provide the scalability, time to market, and agility that telcos need in their current operations to master new challenges and drive new revenue streams. So, to talk a little bit about the history of telcos, what we are seeing now is really this massive shift from the traditional telco to becoming a techco. And it really started with monopolistic telecom operators that just provided connectivity, then slightly moved into multi-play, offering different services like, fast fixed line, mobile, TV, then positioning themselves as a digital service provider, which is not really as digital as other companies that we're seeing, like Airbnb, for example, or other payment systems that are really real-time. That still hasn't happened. So now telcos are really pushing the envelope, moving to the next stage, which is to become a techco. And that means essentially to embrace the external innovation, to embrace the partner ecosystem, to provide real-time data-driven technologies anywhere, anytime. Really operating like a Airbnb, like a PayPal system, very flexible systems that are based on microservices, that are in real time, and that provide on-demand service delivery. So we know that telcos are searching for new revenue streams. There is no money in traditional telco services such as SMS, MMS, regular phone calls, voice calls. There is a strong need to find new sources, and that is happening through industry convergence. So the telcos are, for example, providing media services. They are moving into healthcare, providing digital healthcare services. They are also, for example, providing IoT services for different ecosystems involving cars, as a service, on-demand services again. The other opportunity is also offering marketplaces. So the telcos use these marketplaces to embrace different services from different other external actors. It could be just basic services such as Microsoft or PayPal, and really provide this as a on-demand service to their customers. And of course, in a nutshell, it's all about the B2B2X market potential, which is unfolded and basically untapped by telcos worldwide. So one of our key topics is really telco cloud and SaaS adoption. We have developed in our research stock a radar where you can see the adoption timeline for different technologies within cloud. So embracing, for example, IoT, CPQ, quotation pricing, configuration, e-commerce, orchestration, and also, of course, AI, generative AI. And this really covers the entire operations of the telco, the network, the service layer, orchestration, as well as monetization, and also the external partner systems. And there's a tremendous potential to invest in each of these technologies. But again, the adoption of some of these technologies, such as AI, might be a couple of years out, but still it's important to have a strategy ready and know how to message and position these technologies to your clients. And that's exactly where we come in and help you as an unbiased, objective partner. So our flagship publication is the so-called Disruptor Quintet. It is a publication that benchmarks the suppliers in the telecommunication market according to their strategic and execution capabilities. It's the only one in the market that exists currently. Of course, others also have similar publications. However, this is the only one in the very important area of business and operations support systems, which is a critical component, really. So we also offer this report for sale. You can put it on your website and you can use it for your marketing promotional activities if you're portrayed in this Disruptor Quintet. But just to let you know, there is a lot of information behind it. So it's a very thorough, deep analysis. It's a very complex construct of different KPIs. It's looking at the innovation strategy, it's looking at the sales strategy, and we even talk to the customers of each of those suppliers, at least 5 customers. So we get a lot of good information that we then process in this complex construct and just is shown as dots on the graphic, really. And that's a very neat way of presenting information. But having said that, there's a lot of background information which you can get from us if you pose an inquiry, if you work with us and have our subscription service, for example. So of course we are present at all the major analyst events, important industry events around the globe, such as Mobile World Congress, such as Digital Transformation World, Metro Ethernet Forum in the US, or CES, also FutureNet, smaller niche conferences. So basically what we do primarily is helping clients to express a story around their technology. Our clients usually know their technology very well, but they need help how to communicate the story in industry terms, how to develop their strategy, messaging, positioning, go-to-market, finding the right target clients. And what our differentiator is, we are not just on the technology side, but we are really bridging the gap between technology and business. So we define the value of the technology. We are providing critical decision support, especially for C-level constituents, for the vendors as well as the service providers. We are a viable alternative to some of the large analyst firms out there, again, based on a much more attractive price-performance ratio. We have this helicopter view on the market based on our C-level network around the world, and we provide an unbiased, objective view on the market. We really want you to succeed. Well, I wish you luck to overcome your innovation challenges and also the disruption you will be facing for sure the next coming years ahead. We are here to help you. We are a viable alternative to some of the large analyst firms based on our long-term experience in the market, having worked for the largest analyst firms. So please, if you have an inquiry, don't hesitate to contact us. You will find our contact details on the last slide. Thank you for listening. I wish you all the best.